Hey guys, welcome to Monaco. I have a message for you. If you want to be wealthy in this year or any year, especially if you haven't come from a wealthy family, then you really need to pay attention first to 5 habits that could really be sabotaging your journey. So let's talk about that now. Hey guys, it's Hither Mann here from Monaco. This is where I moved in 2019, and ever since then I have really taken my wealth game to another level. So I have some tips for you that I think will help make the average human being, no matter what level you're at right now, really increase their wealth thermostat, i.e. just be okay making more money and actually get more wealth into your life. One of the common mistakes made by people who are trying to get wealthy in their life is they cannot stop thinking get rich quick. And get rich quick means you are either obsessing over a crypto investment that you've seen somewhere on social media, or someone messaging you on Instagram or any other social media saying that we can 5x your account in a week or 10x your account. Anything that is a high multiple in a short period of time is unlikely to be a good investment. It's going to be a Ponzi. It may work once or twice and then it will fail forever, but you're likely to lose your money doing that. So if you're someone who's currently still obsessing and spending their time looking at those type of investments or thinking they are investments when they're actually scams, that habit is really bad. It's the same as you being a gambler, like if you're saying I'm gonna make loads of money by sitting in a casino, everyone knows, because that's such an old game, that you never make money in a casino. And scams are no different. They're just targeting naive people who have no financial literacy. So if that's you, then unfortunately the answer here is, or the reality check that you need to ask yourself is, am I actually financially literate? And the answer is no, you're not. And that's okay, because you can be. All you need to do is follow influential, good wealth educators, myself included, who will help teach you the step-by-step guide to becoming wealthy and making your own investments. Never give your money to anybody else to invest. That's the number one way you will fail. So never invest in a crypto token project. Never give your money to anyone on Instagram, social media, on a fund management, unless you're a professional investor, which I'm not talking to you guys now because professional means you're super wealthy. But everybody else, please don't give your money to anyone else. So if that's a habit you're obsessed with right now, spending time looking at these get rich quick, that's keeping you poor. You're never going to get wealthy that way. Point number 2, which, by the way, before I do that, look at that incredible view here. Yachts. This is the Monaco Yacht Club. There it's kind of like a yacht looking building, and this and the Monaco Yachts show season is fully packed with incredible massive yachts, but right now it's quite empty, which makes it look even prettier because you actually get to see some of the sea. Anyway, moving on to point number 2, which is, if you want to be wealthy and you're wondering how can I stop any other habits that are occurring, the second habit is, who are you currently asking advice from? i.e., are you asking mom and dad? Look, unless your mom and dad are super wealthy, excessively wealthy, then great. If they are, then they're giving you the right advice. If they're not, then please don't ask them. You can't ask your friends either if they haven't got the wealth level that you're trying to achieve. So you have to be very careful that who are you spending your time kind of discussing money or financial investment projects or any kind of money-making activity with. If it is really an individual that is not wealthy, then you've got to ask yourself, why haven't I got those people? How can I get wealthy people into my life? Because a common habit for people who are with the poor person mentality is they don't have wealthy people around them. And so how to change that is, why do you think I moved to Monaco? I've always had wealthy people around me since I started my journey in 2004, moving into London in business, and I've always just hung around super wealthy people who are usually older than me. No one was family in this case. So if that's the quickest thing you can do, some tips for you guys to actually get that would be, number 1, go to investment events where they are. Some of them in the UK are completely free, which you can also go to. So property investment groups, kind of make friends with the investors, not the kind of broke wannabes out there. You have to identify the actual investors. Secondly, get into making real relationships in places like this. If you can actually afford to come out here one day, maybe move here, then you're already doing really well. But making really strong relationships with investors is really, really key. And that's the kind of people you want in your network to run projects past. How quick is that fish? Looks so cute, isn't it, in the background? Anyway, that's number 2. Let's move on to point number 3. When was the last time you invested in yourself with a mentor? When was the last time you invested in a mentor? When was the last time you invested in some mentoring course? Because those 2 avenues are game changing if you apply the knowledge. A lot of people find that, a poor person's mentality, paying for this would be too expensive, it's not worth going for the mentorship because it's too expensive. And you know what, I didn't have a mentor until 2004, but since then I've never looked back. I couldn't do it without. A mentor is someone that will accelerate your growth from A to B. Otherwise, you could try it yourself. Well, I'll be honest, it will be more expensive because you'll be losing money along the way and making these horrible mistakes. Secondly, without a mentor, you might make so many mistakes that you completely get disheartened, and then you give up, and then you actually believe the narrative that trying to make money is not worth it, or rich people are not very nice, and all of the other stories that you keep telling yourself. So having a mentor is actually a really solid, good process to go through if you're someone who hasn't naturally come from wealth, because it will reinforce that good behavior pays off, i.e. you invested in yourself, that good people who are rich also exist because your mentor and people you'll meet in that network are going to be nice people, the majority of them, and then you will actually progress faster than ever, and you won't give up on your dreams. You're more likely to get to your goals with a mentor. So the poor person's thinking is very often they won't invest in a mentor because they think it's too expensive. So if that's you right now, please don't continue that bad habit. I hope you can change it. Get yourself a mentor. If you want to work with me, of course, details are on the description. But let's move on to number 4 and 5 in my next points. Point number 4, how strong is your social media feed? I.e., how educational is it, or is it just full of the trash and the glamour and all the glitz and glory without any kind of financial literacy? And that's unfortunately the truth about people who are trying to be wealthy but are then not got much money in the bank because their social media feed is actually full of trash. So what I would like you to do is look through your social media feed, whether it's Instagram, whether it's TikTok, whatever you're following, go through that and be very intentional. Unfollow the things that you don't need, that are not serving you. So the things that are not teaching you how to be cleverer, because to be wealthy is a very intentional process. You need to be around people that are only putting into your mind, even on a subconscious level. In fact, most of social media is a subconscious process. You get bias from just having the visual exposure and reading things. And if you have too much negativity, even the news, normal retail news is not healthy. So having a solid social media feed can really help you start thinking like an entrepreneur and an investor. And that's a game changer for those of you who are trying to get wealthy. So that's a very easy practical tip for you to do. Right now, go onto your social media or after this video and have a look at who are you following and ask yourself, are they making my life better financially? Are they making me feel good about myself and what I'm capable of doing? Because that's why I do what I do. So if you have nowhere to start, follow me. I'm happy to help you guys out as much as I can. And I even hold free events. That's why I do free events, because I know that it's not easy for other people to get access to people in a network who are thinking in a certain way, like thinking wealth building. So for those of you who need that, I would love you to follow my social, to come to my free events, and I will promise I will give you all the help I can. That's why I do the free events. It doesn't actually make me any better off because it's completely free, but I do it because I know once upon a time I didn't have money and I didn't have any influences around me because social media didn't exist 20 years ago. And so this is a really great time for you guys to actually take advantage of that. So I hope you guys listen to that, and let's move on to point number 5. Point number 5 is kind of linked to my last point about social media. Now, some of you may be super busy kind of running lives, and I hear a common mistake or an excuse by people who are not well off financially, and they also often say things like, I haven't got the time, I've got kids, I've got that. Look, everyone's got 24 hours in a day. How you use it is up to you. But if you're not taking out some point of your day, 20 to 30 minutes a day, reading a good book about financial education, and it could be this, I've got a YouTube video all about this, so if you don't know what books to read, I've given you a resource where you've got 10 books that I've recommended, and you will definitely get wealthier if you read them all. Secondly, if you are watching, if you're not a reader, I get it, some people just don't like reading, you can be a YouTube person. This is why you could, or audio person, so you can listen to podcasts, YouTube videos, that will help you, but make sure that content is good. And third point I want to make about this is that crypto right now is very scammy. So if you're spending all your time watching crypto videos, which I've seen people do when they're at this point in their life where they're trying to get rich quick, they're doing all the things that are wrong. If you want to be wealthy, you've got to do it right, and crypto does not fit the bill. So I hate to say it, but those of you who are wasting your time watching these crypto videos trying to get rich quick, look, I'd rather you started with property, I'd rather you started with financial trading, but you do it. I teach financial trading, and I teach you to manage your own money. I never say give your money to someone else to trade. That's a pure scam, because that's literally what will happen. People will lose your money, because the way you manage your risk is going to be different to the other person, right? So your money, your risk. I never teach anyone how to do crypto, because I don't believe in it right now. Maybe in the future it will be better, but definitely not now. So that's a huge point. If you're wasting your time on social media, YouTube videos, watching the wrong stuff, that kind of reiterates all my 5 points, right? So don't waste your time on crypto right now, because I know if you haven't got the money, you do not deserve to do crypto, because you haven't got the spare cash to burn, because crypto is just an experiment, 100% speculation right now. When the world changes, and it will, and maybe digital currencies take off in a better way, they don't yet, right? So I want you guys to look at these 5 points, rewind this video, watch it again, and just remember, these points are going to help you. They'll help you now, they'll help you in the future. You keep rechecking and asking yourself, am I doing anything that a poor person would do? If you are, that's why you're going to stay poor. And my mission in life is always to try and educate people to become wealthier, happier, healthier, because when you have more money in your life, you have more freedom, you have more choices, you will be a healthier, happier person, just because you have the power to make new decisions. So like I said, I do free events. Follow me on social media. Get onto my mailing list by just answering a few questions about yourself. It's just purely to get an idea of what you're about and what you're trying to achieve. And then come to one of my free events. Ask me questions, and I will help and guide you throughout the decisions that you need to make to become a super wealthy person. So fingers crossed for you. Good luck on your journey. I hope you loved my background, because it is stunning today. Monaco is a beautiful place when it's sunny, which is 99% of the time. So beautiful place. Hope you enjoyed it. See you soon, and who knows, you could be coming to Monaco one day and one of my events here, which are very advanced, but you can definitely be involved. See you guys soon. See you in the next video. Subscribe to my videos for more of these. Thank you. Bye.